Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter with a minimalist craft haul. Is that even a thing? I haven't really been shopping, and some people had asked me about haul videos. Oh, I love your haul videos. You can do some more haul videos. And the truth is, I haven't really been buying stuff. I've been getting rid of stuff, so I'm kind of like the anti-haul person. But I did go to the craft store the other day, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to kind of let you know how I did after my big declutter and kind of going through the KonMari method and just be, you know, kind of minimizing for the past 6 months or so. So I had to get a gift card and for a friend, and another one of my friends wanted to go to Joann's because they had 40% off your regular price purchase coupon, your entire purchase. There was a 50% off jewelry, then an extra 25% off sale prices of jewelry. There was a lot of different coupons going on. They were kind of like deep discounts, and I was like, geez, I don't know if I could trust myself to go when I've been doing so well, kind of like, you know, going out to your favorite restaurant when you're on a diet, you know, it's like, geez, how am I going to do? So I went and I had the coupons all printed out just in case, you know, and I have to say, I walked out of there buying two things. I bought these price tags because I have a lot of jewelry that I need to get priced, and because before what I would do, and I can show you, well, no, I can just describe it. Basically, I have a tiny little tag punch, so I'm like, well, I'll just buy this tag punch and make all my own tags for all my jewelry. So then, but the tag punch didn't have a hole in it, so then I had to get a tiny little hole punch. So I punch out little holes first, then I punch the tags around it from like scraps of pattern paper, then I write down my vendor number, then I write down the price. It just was like such an ordeal. So when I saw these, I was like, this is what I need. Little stickers that I can write my vendor number on one side, the price on the other, and go right around like the you know, a chain or a pin back or whatever it is I happen to be pricing. I mean, I do have cards that I make for my jewelry, earrings, but for everything else, this is going to be perfect. So that ended up, I think, being about $3. I think it was regular $5, or I don't know, it was 40% off, whatever the regular price was. And then I was out of thin black cardstock, and I use it a lot for layering, and I punch shapes out of it, and I have some Recollections heavyweight black cardstock, which I love for card bases and die cutting, but it's just too thick for me to use in my punches, so I got a package of this because I had totally exhausted my entire stash of thin black cardstock and all my scraps. So that's all I got, and I have to tell you, I did not feel tempted once, and it was so funny because the last time I'd gone in, I had just KonMari'd my craft room, so I had all this space, and going through, I was asking myself, does this spark joy? And too many things spark joy because they are all brand new and they're cute packaging. And I was just like, I need to get out of here. This is just too tempting. And I ended up buying, I didn't go crazy, but I did end up buying 2 boxes of beads. I just finally put them away in my stash 2 days ago, and when I went there, not only were those beads, because they were 50% off when I bought them, they were on sale again for 50% off, then there was the extra 25% off. It's like, I could have totally stored them at the store and actually saved money, because they were both still in stock. So I think we kind of get afraid that if we don't buy it now, we're going to miss out, like it's not going to be there the next time we go. But, you know, if it isn't, it's probably because they have something even cuter and even newer there in its place. So I definitely have a lot less of that kind of, like, I guess not really a shopper's high, but there's kind of like an excitement that I used to feel if I'd go to a store and there'd be like a really big sale. I'd be like, oh, I gotta get that, and I gotta get that. Oh, look what I can make with this, and look what I can make with that. But I don't feel that anymore. I just feel like, oh yeah, there's some things, and they can stay right here. And if I need one, I can come back and I can buy it then. So I definitely feel a lot more calm and balanced and sane when I go into a craft store, instead of feeling like, oh my word, the sense of like overwhelm and what do I look at first? What do I get first? It's so exciting. I can't, you know, I can't pick, and then I do pick, and I end up getting, you know, oh, well, this is a great deal. I better buy one of every color, you know. Instead of that, I think, okay, am I willing to give up the space for this? Can I make it? Like, if it was like a package of tassels, say, like really, really crazy cheap, I could think, well, old me would have been like, well, geez, I can't make them for that price. Look how convenient. I already have these tassels made when I want to make a pair of earrings or whatever it is that I want to make with a tassel. But now I'm thinking, well, it's really not going to be that convenient because I probably won't be able to find them when the event comes where I need a tassel, and I can just make one myself because I have like every color under the sun of embroidery floss. So it's not more convenient when you have to dig through a bunch of stuff to find it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the dies that go with stamp sets. If you're going to use them a lot of times, it's totally worth it. But if, you know, if it takes you more time to go find the die that goes with that stamp and then to put it through your die cutter and get everything out and do that one thing, if it takes more time than what it would just to grab your scissors and cut around it, then it's not really saving you any time, you know, unless you're doing big batches of things. So I think I definitely have a lot more of a reasonable idea of what I can actually use and what I will actually use. So I just wanted to put that out there because I was kind of afraid that I would go into the store and just fall off the wagon and go back to my, you know, bargain shopping ways and come home with a bunch of, you know, clearance stuff that I really didn't have use for. So it really has changed my whole mindset, the way, you know, doing the KonMari method, doing the big decluttering. I just can't recommend it highly enough. I definitely feel a lot more in control when there's like a big sale on. I don't feel like I have to get it, otherwise I'm either wasting my time to even go to the store. I figured I'm having a nice experience shopping with one of my closest friends. I mean, that's worth going if I don't buy a single thing. And I'm gonna have fun, we're gonna chit chat, it's enjoyable. So I don't have to come home with trinkets to make it worth my while. And that used to be my other thing. It's like, I went all the way to town, I better come home with something or I've just wasted a bunch of gas and wasted a bunch of time. But now I don't feel that way. I feel like, well, I can go and enjoy the experience of looking, getting some ideas, getting inspired, but I don't have to come home with a physical trinket. If there's something that I really want to remember, I can take a picture of it with my phone and be able to return to that idea later on in my own craft room when I have my own supplies and I can make it my own. So kind of think of that. You know, when next time you go shopping, it might help you avoid some impulse purchases that may never get used. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to report. I know it's not really a haul video. I bought two things. And that was the other thing about doing hauls. A lot of times I would buy things that I wouldn't ordinarily buy because I knew I was doing a haul video. And not to say that I would buy bad things, but maybe it'd be like a watercolor set that, well, I don't need it because I have a bunch, but boy, it's a really good deal. And if it turns out being good, then I can recommend it to other people who are looking for a bargain set. So on that note, the hauls would be good and productive, but I was finding that I was buying stuff and people would say, oh, did you ever use that thing that you showed us? And it's like, oh, no, I never did, you know, and I'd feel kind of like ashamed that you know, geez, I bought that and I haven't even used it. What's wrong with my head, you know? So it's just about getting a little balance back in my life. And if it helps you do the same, then I'm happy to keep bringing you these videos. But that's really all I had to say. My wicked minimalist haul. It's crazy, but I'm going to use these two things right away, and the other thing is you come home and you don't have to stress out about finding places for everything. That was the other thing. You'd come home with all, like on the shopper's high of all these little doodads and trinkets and goodies that you got, then it's like, oh, where am I going to put it? Everything is full, you know? I still have plenty. I still have more than I need. I mean, let's be honest, I'm not perfect, but I definitely feel a lot more imbalanced, a lot more in control, and when I come down here to create, I see possibilities instead of oppressive clutter. So maybe that'll help you. I don't know. So I know for those of you guys that love hauls, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'll be doing any more in the future. Or maybe I'd have to stock up for like a couple years worth of purchases to have enough to do a haul. They're just not going to be that exciting. And I mean, I enjoy watching people's hauls and hearing what they are planning to do with their things, especially if it's stores that we don't have around here, so I'm not tempted to run out and get the stuff. But I just wanted to kind of give you that little take on something, because I think it's important to kind of see things from the other side, you know, going from like someone who couldn't resist a bargain. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is I don't even look at prices anymore when I'm in shopping. It used to be I would see, okay, so that's 30% off. Oh, then I've got a plus, you know, 15% off coupon with my teacher's discount, and I would be calculating. It's I just look at the items. And then if I think something is really great, something I'd really use, then I look at the price and determine whether I think it's worth it, like the value of it or whatnot. I don't start by what's on sale, what's the deal. That's why they put these sales out there, because it makes us look at things that we would never ordinarily buy. So you have to be aware of kind of the marketing behind that. What makes you kind of get all like revved up to buy something? Is it because you see the word sale? Is it because, you know, it's so much off and it seems like it's such a good value? You're saving 50% off. Well, actually you're spending 50%. I mean, when you think about it, you know, if you wouldn't have bought it at regular price, you're not really saving anything. So just kind of keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you go clothing shopping. When you know, I haven't been clothing shopping since I've done this, but I'm about to take my kids back to school shopping, and I want to pick out a few quality items that I think will last. And that's definitely something I'm going to think about. Not, you know, buying stuff just because it's on sale, but buying things that are actually suit me, suit my girls. My son's really good at picking out stuff he's going to wear, so luckily that's one one issue I don't have. Instead of just looking at, well, look, this one is like 15 bucks cheaper. Why don't you get this one instead of the one you really want? Well, if it's never gets worn, it's not a bargain, just is in their way, and it's stuffing the drawers full of crap you don't need and can't wear and don't want. So I definitely feel like I have a better grasp on buying habits and my home, and my home has never been cleaner, and I've never felt more balanced and peaceful. Even though I'm still a little crazy, still a little hyped up, still a little, you know, hot mess Lindsay, but not as bad. And I don't know, that's something, isn't it? I don't know. Take with it what you will. That's all I have for you today. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and until next time, happy crafting.